Need a quick and easy Halloween party idea? Well, stay tuned when we make this set of adorable Halloween wine glasses for less than $5. Hi, I'm Jessica with JC Creative, and if this is your first time here, I would like to welcome you. If you are a fellow creative who loves DIY projects, anything from home decor, tumblers, teas, you are in the right place, and I am so glad you're here. And I would encourage you to subscribe to my channel below, and be sure to ring the little bell to be notified of new tutorials I drop each and every Monday. So in today's episode of Make It Monday, we are going to continue our fall series. If you've been following along, you've seen we made a wreath for our door, we made a porch sign, we've made several tumblers. Last week we did a really awesome book-inspired tumbler, and if you missed that, you can check that one out here. And today we're going to make a set of wine glasses. So when I have parties, I love to decorate. I love to have special things for my guests. And these are really, really quick and easy items that you can do. They're super affordable. The glasses come from the Dollar Tree. You can get short ones, long ones, whatever. And we use an indoor-outdoor vinyl on them. So this vinyl is weather resistant and waterproof. So it is perfectly fine to put on a glass and not have to epoxy. Lots of you folks out there don't epoxy, and even those of us who do, sometimes we just don't want to. It takes a lot of time and effort. So this is a nice, quick and easy project. You can knock out a whole bunch of these in a day and have a really cute item for your guests. So if you are ready, let's get started. Okay, so our supply list for this project is going to be pretty simple. This is a much easier tutorial than I've done on any other ones. Honestly, this is going to be a simple, quick wine glass that you can throw together for a party, an event, maybe a quick present. But all you're going to need is some good vinyl. I use Oracal 651 vinyl. So these decals are already done. I'm going to show you how we get to this spot. But so you're going to need some decals and a wine glass, a beer glass, whatever kind of glass you want to put it on. But you do want it to be the indoor-outdoor good quality vinyl. The stuff that you buy from Hobby Lobby and Michael's is not good. I do use Oracal 651 indoor outdoor vinyl when I am doing anything that's going on a glass. It's not going to have epoxy on it, so it still will last. I've got some cups we put decals on that are 2, 3, 4 years old. I hand wash them, they're good to go. This is meant to be on outdoor signage, so it gets rain, it gets cold, it gets whatever. So if it's applied properly, it will last on your cup without needing epoxy. But if these are a quick, easy, cheap gift or decoration, honestly, you don't need to do the whole epoxy thing. It just takes extra time, and that's for a more permanent finish. So these are some quick glasses we're going to do today. So you're going to need your glasses, some vinyl, some transfer tape, an X-Acto knife. You will need a cutter if you're cutting your own, so a Silhouette or a Cricut. I use Silhouette, or you can buy your own decals. So you can purchase these specific ones on my website, or you can go over to Etsy, and there's tons of artists and crafters that have decals already made to purchase. You can get vinyl from the of your own and then cut your own and just buy SVG files. So really you have lots of options, but basically we're going to need whatever artwork you're going to put on your cup, and that's it. So the first step is I'm going to walk you through is showing you how I set up my files to cut layered multicolor decals. Most of this is 5 colors. I've got a 3 color and a 3 color. So these are multicolored, multi-layered decals. And I think it'll be helpful to see how I set those up in the Silhouette software, how I cut them, how I assemble them, and then we'll get them on the cup. So we are going to head to the computer and start there. Okay, so when I make my decals, I create all my SVG files in Adobe Illustrator, but I do use the Silhouette interface to do all my cutting. So what I have to do is pull in easy, which is why I got the Silhouette. So I'm going to just import my vector, and you can see all my little images that we're going to cut and put on our cups today. Oh, didn't mean to do that. To be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 colors, and I want to make sure that they line up very easily. So I will put my 5x5 piece of vinyl like right here in this corner space, and for each color. So I'll put my black down, I'll cut it. I'll put my orange down, my purple, my yellow, whatever, and then it'll make it really super easy for me when I am layering these onto my final piece. And then I'm going to cut by color. So I line them up here. So let's see, that one will be there, this one would go there, and this one I would line up there. I actually would like to probably move that one a little bit. So I'm just going to ungroup all these. Make sure I get them all undone. And I'm just going to grab this one and just center it a little bit better in that 5x5 wherever it's going there. Okay, so once I got my artwork on here, then I go to the send menu. And in your send menu, you have simple, line, fill, and layer. I'm going to click on the fill space, and you see all of our colors here. So right now I want to start with black. So I am going to uncheck every color but black. So that should be all I have are these two blacks. So that would be this, this, and this. So I'm going to get my silhouette mat out. I'm going to get my squares on it, and we are going to send this to print or to cut. Okay, so I have my 5 squares on my mat, just like I have it lined up there, and I'm going to load it into my machine. Cross fingers that it cooperates. I'm going to make sure I have it all in the right settings for my vinyl, and I am going to hit send. And it should just cut out the black like we told it to, and then I will do that on all the other colors. So we are going to let this do its thing, and we'll see what we get here in just a sec. Okay, so we have it off of the cutter, and if it did it right, we should only see what was in black. So, because we told it, we just want you to cut the black. We don't want you to cut the other colors. And there we got it. So there is just the black piece. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to continue this same process with all of the other, all of my other colors I have here, because this is basically a 5-color job. So we've got orange, purple, green, and yellow. So I'm going to do the rest, and then we will come back when we are ready to put them on the glasses. Okay, so I want to show you real quick how I assemble these multicolored decals. And this, honestly, a lot of times I just put it right on and I layer it while it's on whatever piece I'm working on, that kind of thing. But for anyone starting out who struggles lining up multiple colors, I mean, this is a 5-color job. This is a super easy way to do it. So you remember on our cutter, I had trimmed out, I had my little 5-inch squares of vinyl, and I cut by color, you know, all my little colors. So all of these little squares line up into one perfect decal. When you know, if you layer them all together, they're all going to line up. So what I do is I start and I put transfer tape on just one of my pieces, and I trim it flush, making sure that it's super flush, because this corner is going to be the most important part of our process here. So I'm going to peel that off. So now I got my first piece on transfer, and these don't have transfer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to line up, and I hope you can see against this little cardboard I put under here. And I'm being very careful to line it up along the edge. This angle over here is what's important. Okay, so now we got the second color. Now we're going to lift that up. Peel that off and get rid of that one. I'm going to come over here. We're going to get us our yellow. top left corner. Whatever corner you use as your line up point, just continue to use that all the way through. So it is important to make sure, and that didn't line up right for whatever reason. Make sure I got it right here. Because this, let me do the other ones first. Let me get this big guy in. Okay, so that looks right. See if the red head lines up okay. And then our last one. So it looked to me like this one wasn't going on the way it was supposed to. This one's supposed to fit right in there. And there we go. Perfectly layered up decal ready for my wine glass. So I'm going to do all of the other ones the exact same way. This was the most, and this one had 5 colors. The rest, I think they have 3. So I'm going to fast forward that part, and then I'll come back and we'll be ready to get these on our glasses. Okay, so I have my decals all assembled. We walked through that step. So now we need to get them on our cups. I do have a pair of scissors here to trim these out a little bit more. So now that I've got them on their paper, I don't need them to have all of this extra. It tends to get in the way sometimes when you're trying to actually get them on the cup. So I like to trim out my decals as close to the artwork as possible, and then sometimes I will even go in and put some slits in like put some slits in here to like kind of help as I'm wrapping the words on the cup, just to help it get in there without an issue. Okay, this one's going to be the hardest of them all because it is the biggest and it covers the most space. So I got it all ready here. So we're going to take it and peel it off of its backing. I'm going to take my glass. So I'm going to try to get this as high up as possible because I know it's pretty big. I'm going to start kind of in the center here, rubbing it down. Right now this is all loose. All this around the outside is loose. I'm going to start with the middle, and then I'm just going to work my way up and out. I'm going to come down here to the word witches, and I'm going to work that in a little bit. I just slowly work from inside out. And that's where these little slits come into play. See that? So I was able to put the word witches down, but this one isn't down yet. And then I'll come back in and I'll get that down. Same with here, kind of helps with the overlap. It's tough working on a curved surface. And even here at this point I can give myself a little bit more wiggle room. I'm going to start peeling this. Right now this is still up because it's bending a little weird for me. So I'm going to get this transfer tape off of here. See what I can do to make that one lay right. And sometimes you just got to do that when you're dealing with weird shapes. You got to play with it. Ooh, lose my ass. There we go. I don't know if you can even see here. So everything's down pretty smooth besides right here. My blonde is giving me some problems. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull that back, see, off that green. And I'm going to let her just overlap it a little differently. And then this back. Yeah. See, I want that there. Stuck me. Where's my X-Acto? This is when I forgot my X-Acto. I told you guys we needed one. Why didn't you remind me? Wait, hold on. I'm going to go grab an X-Acto real quick. Okay, I got my X-Acto. My X-Acto just helps when I'm moving around vinyl. I'll stick it to my blade versus it getting stuck to my finger. And then I'm able to put it exactly where I want it to be. Which apparently is tougher than it looks. She's supposed to be right there. And I'm just going to cut her hair right here. With a nice little line. I'm going to let it overlap, and then I'm just going to adjust my little, just going to adjust my decal. And you'll never know. And then right here where it overlaps, so this piece is overlapping this piece, I'm going to cut a straight line. I'm going to peel off this extra top piece. I'm going to pull this back. I'm going to take the bottom piece. I'm going to make a perfect little seam in her hair. And I got a little wrinkle right here on my T. Right there. I'm just going to peel that up. Straighten it back down. Beautiful. So I'm going to set that one aside. Now the other ones shouldn't be as tough, but you never know. So again, I'm going to take my decal. I'm going to trim it out close. You know, our epoxy cups are beautiful. Everybody loves them, but they are more pricey, and there are people who are perfectly happy just buying a glass that's gonna, you know, last a year or two. Maybe it's just for a special event. You don't want to invest $35, $45, $55 in a cup. So these glasses are a really good alternative. You can make tons of designs, and honestly, you get tired of a design, you probably can peel them off and wash them and put something new. Okay, so I'm going to start in the middle like last time, and then work my way out. Down. This one wasn't nearly as tough as the other one. Well, that other one I could make it easier on myself and make it smaller, but I really wanted it to cover a big chunk of the front of it. I got a little twist right in here in my B. I'm just going to loosen it up, smooth it back down. And that one's pretty cool too. There we go. Getting them done here. And the last one, it should honestly be the easiest because it is the smallest. Starting in the middle, work up to the top, work to the outside. go. And her little feet were catching up when I was putting her on. So I just popped her feet up, smoothed her feet down. And there we go. All right, we can take a look at them all together here in just a sec. All right, so we have our finished wine glasses, and they all turned out so cute. I just love them, love them, love them, love them. So these again are Dollar Tree glasses, so it's $1 for a glass. You can get them shortware, stemware, beer glasses, Pilsner glasses, whatever you want. If you don't have one nearby you, you can go online and order. They will ship it to you. If you have one nearby you, you can go online, order that, and it will ship to the store for free. So you can pick them up by the case there. And there's a much better selection most of the time online. Our vinyl again is indoor-outdoor vinyl, so you want to make sure that you're using a high-grade indoor-outdoor vinyl, so they are good for hand washing. And they will last a really long time. Before I ever epoxied cups, this is how I started. I did vinyl on wine glasses, beer glasses, Pilsners, all kinds of stuff, and still do. I still offer those as a less expensive option for my customers who maybe need a very quick gift idea, or they just don't want to spend $35 or more on a tumbler. So I still do offer these. If you want to recreate this project, the SVG is available on our website, as well as pre-made decals, and those links are below. Also below is a link to our Facebook group, and if you are not a member, we would love for you to join. So go ahead and jump over there, join in the fun, and until next time, I will see you next Monday.